The Krusty Krab may be famous, but now I'm building its competitor, the Chum Bucket. Welcome to the dark side. Sorry about that. Welcome to episode 3 of Let's Build the Bikini Bottom, where we're building the Chum Bucket. Krabs is, I guess, most competitor somehow, even though it's not. Anyway, we're starting off with the foundation, which is this weird kind of cylinder. It's not even really a circle or cylinder, it's more of a awkward cylinder, which it took me a few tries to actually get right, which you can see. I had to make it by hand actually, because it's a unique shape I kind of want to get. The blue wall represents the actual floor plan, how I kind of imagine I want the Chum Bucket to actually look like and feel like. And trust me, it's pretty accurate, and I studied this building quite a bit, so I know the rough layout of it. It's not be perfect, but it's pretty much the closest you get to exact, and you see what I mean later, because all you can see here doesn't tell the entire story, so make sure to stay till the end. As you probably know, the Chum Bucket is located right across the street of the Krusty Krab, so I guess that's not good thinking of Plankton's part, because why locate the restaurant right across of your biggest competitor, which is pretty much has a monopoly in the Bikini Bottom. Not a good idea. So here I'm getting more texturing down. I'm going to do a 2-style type texture, blue and not gray. It's going to be like this rusted kind of ugly color, because the thing with the Chum Bucket is you can't make it too ugly. You also have to make it look kind of presentable, because it's not totally completely ugly originally. It's just kind of midway through. Honestly, it's kind of a little bit more cleaner than ugly, so but I still had to kind of capture both kind of aspect of the Chum Bucket in a weird way, which is harder said than done. There's the handle being installed, which will be carried by a fist, well, seemingly carried by the fist. And it's pretty big, I would say. I tried to make it more look like a spaceship inside the fist, but I decided against it just because of space. I still could do it to make it very, very basic, but I really decided against it because I didn't want to put like a ladder and windows on it, and that's just not kind of look weird. But I might change my mind later on once you see the end, because honestly I think that'd be a kind of cool Easter egg, because sometimes Plankton does travel inside the fist, so I think that'd be kind of cool to see. Like I said, I may go back to some of these buildings to make slight tweaks and all that good jazz. And there's the Chum Bucket logo being installed. In this case, there's like pixels, I guess, because you know you can't really fit the full letters in. So I just did the next best thing, just make random squads onto the building, because honestly, what else better matches the Chum Bucket than that? And there we come with the parking lot. That's a loading dock, which is totally in the original series as well. Because the loading dock, you need to find a place where to load your groceries in, your experiments, all the good stuff. And by code, all buildings in the Bikini Bottom city limits must have a back door, and that is why we put one in the Krusty Krab as well. And on top of this, we're not going to just do the Chum Bucket, we also be doing some landscape to make the surrounding areas look kind of more pretty, because it kind of looked so plain after I built the Krusty Krab. So we're going to make it a little bit more better, just so the surrounding area actually kind of accommodates the building to make it look nice, and it looks like you're not in the middle of nowhere, which I think stand out pretty amazing. And that is the quote-unquote beautiful paint job of the Chum Bucket. Nice little color palette, I think. Make it look, not overdo it, but make it look nice enough in Chum Bucket standards. As you go into inside, we're going to be making a 2-story building, because in my mind it's a 2-story building. The first floor will be all the more public kind of activities, and the second floor will be mostly private stuff, and an extra space, I guess, whatever. But believe me, Plankton does have offices and bedrooms and bathrooms and all that stuff. This is the first area. This is the dining room with all the piping, all that good stuff. We have some menus, the window, which is the kitchen. This is the laboratory, and that's Karen being installed on the left side of the screen. That will be the main monitor. We also built Karen 2 right next to it, and that's a portal, which we'll get to that later, because I mean, this is supposed to be an evil lab, so we have to put something evil inside the portal, so stay tuned for that. This is the kitchen. Interesting fact, SpongeBob actually did work in his kitchen once before, so this is actually pretty familiar and pretty, let's say, accurate to the show, because I mean, SpongeBob really worked here before. There's even like this like junction box that is like shaped like SpongeBob in a weird way. Don't ask how that works, but it's there, believe me. don't believe me, fine. But it's there, trust me. Go up to the second floor. We're gonna start off with Plankton's room and Karen's room. Pretty genius how this works. There's actually a little elevator inside the middle drawer right there, which transfers Plankton up to the full-size bed. So, nice huge bed for Plankton. This is the oversized bathroom. I didn't think I had to make this so big, but I did because I wasn't thinking. I'm crying. And this is the kitchen, home of the holographic meatloaf, which is pretty delicious. I never had holographic meatloaf before, but it's there for everyone to try. Even though I can't really try because it's a video game, but it's there, so have your nice pics at it. This is Plankton's office. This is where the iconic Plan Z took place, the Plan Z strategy with which Plankton almost destroyed the Bikini Bottom with, which we're going to do, by the way. We're going to be doing the Plan Z stuff in the later episode, and now we're going to be drilling down right through the Chum Bucket itself, all the way down to guess where? Take a best guess. All the way down to the Chum Caverns. Yep, this is where the Chum Caverns are, deep below the Chum Bucket. In reality, it's supposed to be underneath the Krusty Krab, but nah, we go better be up underneath the Chum Bucket because of time. Not even time, just because it feels more right to put things with the Chum Bucket underneath the Chum Bucket. And honestly, if I took this beautiful space away from Plankton, where else would Plankton do for success without the Chum Cavern? So we have to put underneath the Chum Bucket. So here I kind of carved out this tunnel, make it look kind of pretty. Pretty as caves can look in Minecraft. I'm doing the little river out there with the waterfall, which was the I think the high part or the most memorable moments with that waterfall, and of course the river running right through the dining room of the Chum Caverns. There's some glowing squids, of course, which I thought I could like keep here somehow, but I don't think it's really worth it because those glowing squids weren't placed there intentionally. They just spawned there because it's underwater and all that stuff. You got mods do spawn as well, not the hostile mods, but the passive mods spawn here. That's the gift shop, the Chumbucket gift shop. There's also a lot of bats here, which is kind of lame. I kind of hate the bat. I kind of wish I can just despawn them forever, which I know I can, but I don't want to run a command just in case for future. And that's the drill. This is how Plankton discovered this beautiful place as we take a look at some cinematics. Welcome back to the ground level. We are back doing the tour of the Chum Bucket. We're going to be flying around, and honestly this building I think turned out amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I really like this a lot. It looks like a bucket. Looks like someone or something is like lifting it up, and who knows what's inside the bucket. I can tell you, it's a lot of stuff. In this case it's just a slab, but no, trust me, you saw the time lapse. There's so much stuff to see inside the Chum Bucket. Stuff that's not even included in the timer lapse. So starting off here, this is our flyover. Enjoy it. There's nothing in the fist. I kind of wanted to put something in the fist, which I might do in the future, but right now it will remain empty. So the fist won't be there just for no reason, because that kind of is lame to have something there for no reason. Unless it goes like a monument. I mean, it could also be kind of like a sign, similar to the Krusty Krab sign, but I guess different. It's a weird sign, but anyways. Although Chumbucket already has a sign right in the front of its building, so who knows what that fist is for. So right here is no chum dumping. If you chum dump, you will be fine, because chum dumping do happen here quite a while. So there's a few signs on the street that tells people, or tells fish, don't chum dump. It's gross, it's messy. There's the Chumbucket parking area, and there's the loading dock. And you can tell by conditions here that this parking lot hasn't been used in quite some time, so tells you the quality of the business. Alright, let's go inside the Chum Bucket here. You can see how good it looks in here. Look at that. It looks, should I say amazing or should I say looks awful? Breaking news! Okay, if you know this television or this reference of the television hanging from a rope, leave a comment in the description box below, please. Because I want to know if people actually know what that reference is from. There's the Chum menu, Chum burger, Chum fries, Chum sticks, Chum chili, and Chum pie. A lot of chum in the menu. But yeah, these are the sitting areas, / tables, and mustards and ranch. So now with that, you can see how ugly and boring kind of looks, or rustic, whatever you want to say. I don't know, it looks kind of like somewhere you don't want to be in to me. Like, look at that floor, it looks so awful. This is where you take orders, you can also all those chum stuff that's on the menu and all that good stuff. But now it's going to the laboratory, but we're not going directly into the laboratory. We have this conveniently placed ultimate route, which takes you to a place which Plankton described as pure evil. So if you want to see pure evil, this is where you will come. It is something that Plankton built here. Know why he built it? Well, we know why he built it. So you can see this beautiful, beautiful view of pure evil. And look at that. You can actually see some creatures down there. Some evil creatures in the, I guess the ocean down there. The lava ocean. And of course some in the lake just above it. And behind us, behind all this evil, is this cute little doggy, which is right inside this room. So this room makes no sense why it exists, but it is there. So yeah, that's evil for you. And of course, going through this door will bring us to the laboratory. And you can see this portal actually was in another dimension. So yeah, this is one of Plankton's many experiments that he done over the years. So you can see Karen, which is the computer wife, the monitor on the wall there. Right next to it is Karen 2, which is here. Karen 2 always makes me laugh. So we had some basic experiments, some complicated experiments. We have the sink. We got this lever there for no reason. This machine right here is what lets you read ingredients of food. In this case, the Krabby Patty, which Plankton was almost able to do. He wasn't successful in it, but this is where he would read formulas or terminalize formulas of food, similar to the Krusty Krab in a way with that laboratory. It's before we go in there, let's go inside this kitchen, and it's nothing really interesting. This is just the kitchen. This is where you cook all the food. This is the SpongeBob shape thing I was talking about before, fuse box or junction box, whatever it's called. Milkshake dispenser, I assume. And this is the elevator, which we'll take a look at later. And in here is the loading dock. This is how it looks like when going inside the Chum Bucket to the loading dock. And there's also another back door right in the laboratory, which only Plankton can go through. Oh, this is Robo-Crabs. I know, it looks nice. So, yeah, that's there for no apparent reason. Moving along, we're going to go upstairs now. Well, yep, upstairs, which is to Plankton's bedroom, or Karen and Plankton's bedroom, which is right up here. And this is where they sleep. And like I said, there's actually a secret elevator where Plankton can take to go into the table here, go on top here, and actually sleep. So they have a pretty good setup there. Only set up with the actual elevator inside the actual dressing table or side table. This is the bathroom, oversized. I know it's awful. Don't don't complain about it, please. Closet. Only thing is pretty dark. Oh jeez. But anyways, and in here is the kitchen with the beautiful holographic meatloaf. So yeah, and it tastes lovely. Let's eat some. Yum, yum, yum. Give a mouse clicking. It is tasty, even though it doesn't give me any food or anything at all. It's just a hologram. It gives you something though. I don't know what this is. I forgot. This is Plankton's office. This is his big desk, and through this pipe here takes him to his real office, which is through this door, which is so small we can't even fit inside of it. And there's some library, some / storage area. So now let's get to some secrets. So we saw our first secret, which was that dog room where you can actually see pure evil in that lava pit. But there's another secret that you all might remember. It is right down here on the main floor. Go to the laboratory, through the real doors to the dining room. And down here, we reach the Chum Caverns, which is all the way down here. And look at this beautiful place with bats flying around. I don't know why you want to eat in a place with bats flying around, but there's your opportunity to eat with the bats. Don't eat here, trust me, with bats at least. But yeah, all those bats are not supposed to be here. I just had to figure out how to get rid of them, I guess. Dining tables, of course. This is the gift shop where they sell all type of knickknacks and unique stuff that is, I guess, unique to a Chumbucket or something. I don't even remember. It's been a while since I watched that episode. And through here is the drill. I'm sorry, it's really dark here, but this is the drill that Plankton used to actually discover this place. Looks pretty nice and pretty shiny. Don't ask how you drill through this stuff, but I mean, Plankton was able to figure it out, and he discovered all this. And of course, this place down here is what kind of sold the Chumbucket, made it successful for a few episodes. And I mean, by a few episodes, I mean really just one, but it was successful, believe me. And there's the menu. There's really nothing in the menu, but the same stuff pretty much. And this is the purple spout where you actually pour in the chum, or pour out the chum from wherever it comes from to down there. And yeah. Yep, and that does it for our little tour of the Chumbucket. Pretty nice, right? Well, pretty ugly in this case. It's not supposed to be a nice building, but honestly, I think this building turned out amazing. Definitely better than season 1 and everything else that I think I ever built a Chumbucket. I think this is definitely the best version. Although I'm probably gonna say about every other build, but no, I really love this Chumbucket a lot. I think it turned out amazing, and I love it. Definitely one of my best builds. I would say the Krusty Krab looks a little bit better though, still, but I still like the Chumbucket. I think this is a really good start to the series. So folks, as always, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you hate it, well, you know what to do. But if you really enjoy it, please consider subscribing. Catch you all in the next one.